What's up, everybody? Quick review of Bel-Air, Ghostbusters Afterlife, Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City. Stay tuned.
Stick, drive, and dive, gotta be live. Breathe life in the speaker and try to revive. This game, cast is laying under the fort. I'ma always reign, cause I'm from New York and I'm radioactive.
To start it off, Bel-Air, the reimagined version of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I watched there's 4 episodes out now, but I watched the first 3 episodes when it first launched, and I fell in love with it. I can't say anything negative about it. Everything from the concept, the actors, the comedy in it. Although it's a drama, it's a dramatic version of it. It still has a good comedic tone in it. I can already see that show getting all kinds of awards for writing, cinematography, whatever else you can possibly think of. I think it's gonna be one of those shows who just takes over. Shout out to Will Smith. His character in Bel-Air is pretty dope. They did a good job with the casting on that. Carlton, I'm already hating his ass, but as the show develops, I'm pretty sure that he's probably gonna catch people's hearts. The other two, Hillary and Ashley, also very good cast on those. I think Ashley slightly better. All the actors are great on this. Uncle Phil, Aunt Viv, just phenomenal cast. Right, so up next is Ghostbusters Afterlife. Wow. So, as a fan, as a kid of the 80s, they grew up in the 80s. I don't want to, if you haven't seen it yet, I'm not going to spoil it. There is a little bit of a surprise in it. But overall, for me, it was kind of a letdown, although I still did enjoy it. It is still Ghostbusters. It's just, I think too much, they let too much time pass, and I felt like they kind of just threw this movie together. I didn't feel they made it as a third installment of the original two. Honestly, I didn't feel like it was that at all. I think it was more of a salute and something of a nostalgic remembrance of that era. But as far as a standalone, continuation of the Ghostbusters, I think it fell short. So next up and last is Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City. Another film they managed to screw up. First, the positives, okay? Positives, the movie's a lot closer to the game. The visuals were, I wouldn't say on point, but they got them pretty close as far as like the look of the police station, in certain aspects of the movie. So the negatives, okay, because there's a lot of that. Negatives. The characters let down. There's no character development at all. Okay. Number two, Leon. miscasted. Leon looks more like Carlos from the game. The only one they got right was, I can say Claire. They did pretty good with Claire. She's pretty badass. And Chris. Chris is on point. Everybody else sucks in this movie. Oh, well, I guess I can give, I can put the police chief in that as a good cast. Although they kind of overdid it with his sarcasm, I think. But overall, his character is pretty cool. It's more like a sequence of different things that were happening in Resident Evil. So between Resident Evil 1, the game, and Resident Evil 2, they kind of mashed those together. And then at the end, it kind of looks like part 3 of Resident Evil. And it just feels like they half-assed this. They threw all these scenes together. There's no real storyline to it other than, stuff that we already know from the game. A little sidetrack here. So back in the 90s, they used to have, I don't know if they still make them. They used to have comic books, for Resident Evil comic books. I bought 3 of them. I forget, how they were numbered. But reading those, after I have played the games, and reading those, there was stuff in those comic books that you didn't see in the game, but when you saw it in the comic book, everything else made sense in the game. You were like, holy shit, that's why. And that was, to me, that was the coolest thing. I don't know what happened to those. I must have thrown them away at some point or whatever, or lost them. The movie, as much as I want to love it, and I did buy it just because, I like to collect things, and who knows if we'll ever get another one. I think there will be at least a couple of more of that series. But man, what a letdown. What a letdown. It felt too rushed. It didn't have the scary elements. There was a couple of creepy parts in there. It didn't have that element of the game that made you jump, when something popped out, out of nowhere. Didn't have that at all. I think the original movies did that once, that I can remember, and was the first one. Man, I hope to God they redeem themselves with the next movies they make, because they left it as, there's going to be more. So we'll see what happens with that. But, if you haven't seen it, I don't want to give too much away, but it is, if you're a true fan, you will enjoy it, because you'll see certain things that, they did try, but they tried the wrong way. I don't know. See it for yourself. That's a review of 3 different, 1 series and 2 movies. Until next time, peace out.